pen. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Here we go. Check 99. Check 99. Shift.
Jet 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Jet. Now.
Throwing on first down. Clifford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. First carry for Royce Freeman. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd.
We 19. Run right. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's a give to Freeman running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
2nd and 11. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Clifford, he's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. To throw on 2nd down, Clifford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and you play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Rodgers now to throw. Jones has it. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Evans. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mike Evans, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And, oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Clifford. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, Clifford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Following the fumble recovery, Clifford. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Watch the screen.
Looking to throw. Clifford. Going deep this time for Miller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They toss to Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. 2nd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. From the gun, Clifford. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
80 weapons.
Wide, get wide. Check.
Hey, Echo. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
This one into the hands of Burton. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back to throw. Clifford. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Operating from the gun. Clifford under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw. Clifford. He's going to go for a big play. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive. Stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Delta.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play that time for the Packers. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his pass incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Hey, 26.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Hey, wahoo!
On 1st down, Clifford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Bravo!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. They'll find Miller. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back to throw. Clifford. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1. And it'll be 2nd and 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Hines. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think in normal situations, most play calls would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
On the set.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Night, sweetheart. Shoot.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Let's get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford, he's got Burton here. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones trying to run inside, but nothing there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dean Lowry in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's 4th down.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Packers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.